Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. In this video, we will discuss NVIDIA stock price for today and try to make an assessment for rest of the week using technical charts and fundamentals. We'll also take a look news regarding NVIDIA, other AI stocks, and PCE Index data due this Friday. Now, let's get started. You see NVIDIA stock chart for today on your screen. NVIDIA opened at 839, it made a high 840, it made a low 791, and it closed at 796. That is 3.33% down. It's kind of surprised to me why NVIDIA down today. It made a very good opening at 839, better than the yesterday closing price. And I was following different data and news regarding NVIDIA, but I could not see any relevant news or data or any event that can bring NVIDIA down. I don't know what's going on. So if you are aware of anything, please write in the comment section. Maybe something that we do not know at this point, something regarding NVIDIA is not public yet, and some people already know what's going on in the background. Maybe that could be a possibility. Or maybe this could be due to the Meta weak revenue guidance. The Meta stock is already 16% down or 18% down after hours. So overall tech sector is reading into it, right? Maybe this could be a possibility. And the earnings due from Microsoft this Thursday will be very important. And also earnings due from AMD sometime next week will also be very important. I'll upload a video on Microsoft sometime tonight and also on AMD over the weekend. Moving on, last 5 days, Nvidia down 6.23%. Last 1 month, Nvidia down 16%. Last 6 months, Nvidia up 90% still. So after making high, Nvidia slowed down or made some correction. It's still no direction at this point, and a good thing for those people who wanted to buy Nvidia at the lower price. Going back to the daily chart, even if it's down 3.3%, I still think Nvidia should not go below 740 sometime this week or early next week. Let's see what happens. Now, regarding my position, now I am at a loss. I bought Nvidia at 850 and 860 and also 770 on Friday last week. But I'm not worried. I will wait and hold and wait for Nvidia to go further up, probably about 850 or 860. There is no reason for me to worry at this point because even if it goes down, how far below it go down? It cannot go to 400 or 500. So even if it goes down, it will bounce back around earnings. Now let's take a look technical chart. You see 90-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia and also MACD chart below. The MACD line is still below zero line. It's trying to gain some momentum yesterday, but since this morning it started going down. There's still some risk for Nvidia to go down a little bit more sometime tomorrow. But the momentum of the downward movement is still not very strong at this point. Now let's take a look 30 minutes chart. In a 30 minutes chart, MACD is telling the same story. But good thing is in a 30 minutes chart, MACD is above zero line this morning. It's trying to slowly going down, but still above zero line. Okay. Still at this point, I do not find a strong downward momentum on Nvidia to take it further down. But still, there is some momentum. So there is a chance Nvidia go down tomorrow as well. But I do not see a big drop tomorrow. Now let's take a look at RSI. So the RSI at this point on a 30 minutes interval chart is 39 and is slightly oversold. So there is a chance that Nvidia can bounce back from here, or maybe it can go further down like this. And this one happened on Friday, and we knew that there is some accompanying event that's taking Nvidia down. But at this point, I do not find any negative event or data or news that is bringing Nvidia down. Now let's take a look hourly interval chart. So RSI and the hourly interval chart is 40, about the same that we saw in 30 minutes interval chart. Based on the hourly chart and the RSI, same story. It can go further down or can go up as well. At this point, the direction less. Now let's take a look Fibonacci levels. Now I have drawn Fibonacci levels starting from 0% to 100%. The lowest level I selected 667 and the highest is 962. As we saw yesterday, the next level of resistance was 849, and I told yesterday that 849 is a strong resistance. It won't be very easy for Nvidia to break in the first attempt. No, so that's what exactly happened. It went down around 839, 840 this morning, and after that, it started falling. The next level of support is 779, and let's see what happens tomorrow. But after that is 730. But I'm not expecting Nvidia to go down to 730 or 740 level sometime this week or early next week. Now let's take a look Bollinger Bands. So you see Bollinger Bands on a 90-day hourly interval chart. As we know, there are three bands on the Bollinger. One is the upper level, the lower level, and the middle line. As we know, the upper and the lower band are two standard deviation from the mean, and the middle line is the 20-day moving average in general. And you see that the Nvidia stock price is still above the lower band, but it's below the middle line. So this tells that there's still some room for Nvidia to go down further, but I'm expecting Nvidia should not go down too much because see the Bollinger Band started curving upwards. So that is a good sign. But we should not read too much into the Bollinger Band. Sometimes it's misleading. Now let's take a look news regarding Nvidia. So you see the news regarding Nvidia on the left side of your screen. So I went over each and every one. I do not find anything unusual. So some news are good about Nvidia at this point. Nvidia continues to do some acquisition. See that to buy software, uh, and also see the acquisition, um, the software, and also Nvidia to acquire GPU software. So some acquisition is going on with Nvidia. So this tells that Nvidia has a plan to expand further and investing more on the AI side, and that's a good sign. On this one, take a look. Nvidia. This says that Nvidia shares are trading lower and the broader market reversal. That kind of funny to me is I don't see any reversal happening at this point. Another one that is a good one that says that AI server market is expanding rapidly. Analysts highlight supermicrocomputers' importance. That's a good thing. As we saw, nothing unusual today regarding Nvidia. I'm guessing this 3% drop today is just a usual correction that happens before the earnings. Or maybe some big traders have some knowledge and we do not know at this point. Now let's take a look other AI stocks. So now, take a look. Avago 0.61% up, Palantir 0.23% down, AMD 0.35% down, SMCI 0.94% down, Nvidia 3.33% down, and SoundHound 3.84% down. Almost all of the AI stocks are down today, and more downward pressure I see on Nvidia and SoundHound. As we noted yesterday, SMCI went up probably about 6% yesterday. That was a good buy if you had already bought on Friday. But still, I do not see SMCI as a bad buy. If it goes down below 750, maybe we can buy it and keep it for some time. Palantir is a very difficult stock to predict. So right now it's 0.23% down. It's not much down today, but still we cannot predict what's gonna happen on Palantir this week. Now let's take a look PCE Index Data. You see these two tables on your screen. One is a PCE historical overall, and the other one is a core PCE. And the core PCE does not include variable food items and the fuel prices. So at this point, the forecast for this month is 2.6%. The last month actual was 2.5%. The forecast is a little higher than the actual, but that tells that we're expecting inflation to go up this month, and that's not a good sign. But still, I think that actual should not come higher than the forecast because last three cycle the PC index the actuals came exactly equal to the forecast. You see that? But before that, PC index came lower than the forecast, and that was a good thing. And then before that, it matches the forecast. And regarding the core PC, 2.6%, little lower than the last month actuals, and that's a good thing. And the reason why, because core PC does not include the fuel prices, and we know that the fuel prices have been going up last month and early this month. So that's why probably the overall PCE index forecast is higher than the core PCE. And since the forecast for this month is a little lower than the last month actual, 2.8% versus 2.6%, so I have the feeling that the core PCE index actuals may come little higher than the forecast, probably around 2.7%. And if that happens, then it will be a mixed signal to the market. So maybe market will be volatile if that happens on Friday. Overall, I see that the PC index data is below 3%, so should not shake the market too much on Friday. And on the other hand, if the PCE index data comes lower than the forecast, and there is a possibility because the actual forecast 2.6% versus 2.5%. So if the actuals comes 2.5% versus the forecast 2.6%, and that will be a very good news for the market and see the market go up on Friday. Now let's take a look overall trend. The overall trend for the PC index, you see this chart. So it's going down starting sometime in July when Fed started raising the rates, and now it's almost flat in the last 2 3 months. And that is a sign of concern from the Fed because last 2 3 months the inflation is not going down, it's flat. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.